In the unforgiving realm of mixed martial arts, where every heartbeat resonates with the promise of glory, an electrifying narrative is about to unfold that could shake the very foundations of the sport. The air is thick with anticipation and the scent of sweat and ambition as two warriors, each carrying a legacy carved through years of sacrifice and hard-won battles, stand at the edge of an encounter destined to be etched in history. Every roar from the packed arenas and every silent moment behind closed doors has led to this singular, monumental clash that transcends the ordinary and ventures into the extraordinary. In one corner stands Khabib, a fighter whose discipline, precision, and unwavering resolve have cemented his status as a living legend, while in the opposite corner emerges Khamzat, a rising dynamo whose explosive style and fearless determination challenge conventional boundaries. Their journeys, punctuated by moments of intense training, personal trials, and triumphant comebacks, now converge on a stage where skill meets spirit and strategy dances with instinct. With the first light of a new era illuminating their paths, the stage is set for an unforgettable battle where legacies will be tested and destinies redefined. The winding paths of these two titans reveal stories of relentless dedication and an insatiable hunger for victory that define the essence of combat sports. Every grueling training session and every setback has played a part in sculpting their identities, transforming raw talent into formidable strength. Khabib's career has been a masterclass in strategic evolution, an unyielding commitment to perfection forged in the crucible of fierce competition and relentless discipline. In contrast, Khamzat has surged forward with a force as unpredictable as it is magnetic, captivating audiences with an unorthodox style that disrupts expectations and redefines the limits of power. Behind the headlines and in the quiet solitude of early morning workouts, both fighters have pushed past pain and adversity, driven by an inner fire that refuses to be extinguished. Their paths, though divergent in technique and temperament, share a common thread of honor, perseverance, and a deep-rooted desire to leave an indelible mark on the sport they hold dear. Every sacrifice made in pursuit of greatness underscores the belief that in the realm of mixed martial arts, victory is the reward for those who dare to challenge fate. In the swirling vortex of media hype and digital buzz, the impending showdown between Khabib and Khamzat has ignited a fervor among fans and pundits alike, promising a rivalry as profound as it is unpredictable. The seeds of competition were sown long ago in regional tournaments and private training sessions, blossoming over time into a high-stakes confrontation that now captivates the global stage. As discussions ripple across social media platforms and sports channels, comparisons between Khabib's calculated, almost surgical technique and Khamzat's raw, explosive dynamism spark debates that transcend mere statistics. Each fighter's every move, be it a precise strike or an unexpected feint, adds layers of intrigue to a narrative that is as much about personal legacy as it is about physical prowess. The excitement is palpable, with every new piece of training footage and every candid interview deepening the mystery of who will ultimately prevail. This dramatic buildup is more than a clash of fighting styles. It is a meeting of two distinct philosophies, each reflecting a unique approach to the art of combat that has captivated audiences around the world. In this charged atmosphere, the rivalry emerges as a symbol of the eternal struggle between tradition and innovation, marking a clear demarcation between the old guard and the emerging new force. Beyond the glare of the spotlight and the clamorous cheers of fans, the intimate details of both fighters' preparations reveal a world of sacrifice, discipline, and raw human determination. In secluded gyms and under the tutelage of seasoned mentors, Every drop of sweat and every aching muscle speaks to years of tireless effort and a deep-seated belief in one's own destiny. Khabib's training, characterized by its methodical rigor and refined technique, stands as a testament to the power of perseverance and the wisdom of experience. Conversely, Khamzat Chimaev's regimen is a whirlwind of intense physical conditioning, unpredictable drills, and bursts of unfiltered energy that have quickly redefined the benchmarks of modern mixed martial arts. The convergence of these contrasting methods is not merely a clash of styles, but rather a symbolic duel between the steadfast adherence to tradition and the relentless pursuit of innovation. Every punch thrown in training, every moment of quiet focus before the storm of competition is a silent ode to the countless hours invested in perfecting their craft. With the countdown to the ultimate showdown drawing ever nearer, the anticipation in the air is almost tangible, a reminder that every sacrifice and every ounce of effort is about to culminate in a moment that will forever change the landscape of combat sports. As the final preparations intensify and the world of mixed martial arts holds its collective breath, every element of this unfolding saga converges toward a singular, electrifying moment that will etch its memory in the annals of sporting history. The impending confrontation is not merely another fight on the calendar. It is a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the beauty of calculated risk, and the transformative power of dedication. Every training session, every shared glance of determination between opponents, and every hushed conversation in the shadows of crowded arenas has built up to this critical juncture where strategy meets instinct in a dance of raw power. Fans across the globe have clung to every teaser and every fleeting highlight, each one a promise of an epic battle that challenges the limits of endurance and celebrates the timeless allure of competition. This narrative is more than just a story of two fighters. It is an exploration of what it means to push beyond one's limits, to confront personal demons, and to rise above challenges that seem insurmountable. With emotions running high and the stakes reaching unprecedented levels, the atmosphere is charged with a tension that is both exhilarating and deeply moving, setting the stage for a showdown that will redefine personal legacies and the future of mixed martial arts. In the final hours leading up to the battle, the spirit of competition infuses every heartbeat, every whispered hope, and every silent vow made in the depths of training halls and bustling arenas alike. The world watches with bated breath as the seconds tick away, each one laden with the weight of dreams, past sacrifices, and the unyielding quest for redemption. Behind the polished veneer of champions lies a raw tapestry of human emotion, of fear, courage, and determination that reminds us that every fighter is not just a competitor, but a person who has risked everything in pursuit of excellence. The upcoming clash between Khabib and Khamzat Chimaev transcends the physical realm. It is a symbolic battle between the wisdom born of experience and the daring promise of youth, where every blow carries echoes of former glories and the hope of future triumphs. As the final preparations fall into place and the lights dim on the arena, the anticipation builds to a fever pitch, leaving fans and critics alike to wonder whether this confrontation will mark the dawn of a new era in mixed martial arts or fade into the annals of what might have been. The suspense builds with every heartbeat, leaving us to wonder if the tale of this epic confrontation will serve as a turning point in the world of mixed martial arts, or if it will become yet another chapter in the annals of forgotten battles, shrouded in the mists of what could have been. As the countdown to this colossal showdown narrows, the energy surrounding it surges to unprecedented heights. Behind the carefully curated narratives and media hype, a storm brews in the minds of both fighters, one steeped in the weight of an unblemished legacy, the other fueled by the insatiable hunger to claim the throne. The echoes of past victories and whispered doubts intertwine as the world waits to see whether experience will triumph over raw, unrelenting force. Khabib, a name synonymous with dominance, carries the wisdom of countless battles, his composure never faltering even as the intensity of the challenge before him mounts. Across the divide stands Makhachev, a warrior unshackled by expectation, his every move a testament to the audacity of youth and the boundless ambition that propels him forward. Their collision is more than a test of strength and technique. It is a clash of eras, a battle between the steadfast and the unpredictable, where the victor will not only emerge as the better fighter, but as a defining force in the history of mixed martial arts. Beneath the public spectacle, a labyrinth of personal stakes and untold sacrifices unfolds in the shadows. Khabib's name is etched in gold within the sport, his discipline and tactical mastery serving as a blueprint for future generations. His undefeated record is more than just a statistic. It is a statement of purpose, a symbol of his unwavering dedication to the principles instilled in him since childhood. To him, this fight is not about proving himself. He has already done that countless times. It is about safeguarding the legacy he has built with sweat, pain, and an iron will. Walking away with his reputation intact is not merely a preference. It is an unspoken obligation. The pressure that comes with being an icon is immense, but Khabib has never been one to bend under its weight. He knows that one misstep, one lapse in judgment could shatter the perfection he has so fiercely protected. On the other side, Khamzat is no stranger to adversity. His journey has been a whirlwind of meteoric rise, brutal finishes, and a relentless pursuit of recognition. To many, he represents the future, a force too powerful to be denied. But underneath the bravado and aggressive fighting style lies something deeper, a man fighting not just for titles and respect, but for the validation that every great fighter craves. He has spent years in the shadows of giants, watching, studying, waiting for his moment. And now, that moment has arrived. This is not just another fight for him. It is the defining battle that could mark his transition from a feared contender to an undeniable legend. The thought of toppling an icon like Khabib is both exhilarating and terrifying. There is no roadmap for defeating a man who has never tasted professional defeat. No clear path to unraveling the puzzle of a fighter who seems immune to pressure. But Khamzat has never been one to follow convention. He thrives in chaos, turning uncertainty into opportunity. As the fight looms, whispers of doubt and speculation ripple through the MMA community. Experts dissect every possible scenario, breaking down each fighter's strengths and weaknesses with surgical precision. Some believe that Khabib's grappling and relentless control will suffocate Khamzat's explosive style, forcing him into deep waters where inexperience becomes a liability. Others argue that Khamzat's unrelenting aggression and unpredictable striking could pose a threat unlike any Khabib has ever faced before. The discussions, the theories, the endless analysis, all of it adds to the atmosphere of uncertainty. Even the most seasoned analysts find themselves caught between logic and instinct, unable to predict with absolute certainty how this battle will unfold. Beyond the physical preparation, the mental warfare is already in motion. Subtle exchanges through social media, cryptic messages in interviews, and calculated mind games all play a role in shaping the psychological battleground before the first punch is ever thrown. Khabib remains characteristically stoic, unfazed by the noise surrounding him. He has been here before, and he knows that the real battle is fought in the cage, not in words. Khamzat, however, thrives in the build-up, feeding off the energy of the moment, using every ounce of tension to fuel his already burning desire. Their approaches may be different, but their goals are the same: total domination. Behind closed doors, in the solitude of their training camps, both fighters push their bodies beyond their limits. Khabib sharpens his already flawless grappling, drilling takedowns and positional control with ruthless precision. His team reinforces every detail, ensuring that there are no gaps, no weaknesses to exploit. Khamzat, on the other hand, trains like a man possessed, embracing the pain, welcoming the exhaustion, and preparing for the war that awaits. His sparring sessions are ferocious, his strikes carrying the weight of his ambitions. The contrast in preparation reflects the contrast in their approaches, one built on refinement, the other on raw, overwhelming force. The world outside their training camps continues to stir with anticipation. Fighters, coaches, and legends of the sport weigh in, offering their perspectives, their predictions, their warnings. Some caution Khamzat against underestimating Khabib's resilience, reminding him that many before him have tried and failed to break the Dagestani's will. Others urge Khabib to be wary of Khamzat's unpredictability, his ability to end fights in a blink, his refusal to conform to traditional patterns. The voices grow louder, the anticipation sharper, the stakes higher with every passing day. Then, an unexpected twist sends shockwaves through the MMA world. A rumor begins to spread, whispers of an injury, a secret strategy, a behind-the-scenes dispute that could change everything. Is it real, or is it another layer of mind games being played at the highest level? The uncertainty only adds to the tension, leaving fans questioning what is real and what is merely part of the psychological warfare. The speculation is endless, the theories multiplying by the minute. Every detail, every movement, every word becomes a piece of a puzzle that no one can fully solve. As the final days before the fight approach, the weight of history presses down on both warriors. The eyes of the world are upon them, waiting to witness the culmination of a story that has been years in the making. Khabib walks a path of legacy, determined to protect everything he has built. Khamzat walks a path of destruction, ready to tear down the old order and claim his place atop the throne. Their collision is inevitable, their destinies intertwined in a battle that will transcend mere competition. The moment of reckoning inches closer, the anticipation reaching a fever pitch. The world holds its breath, knowing that when the cage door closes, only one truth will remain. Will Khabib's unbreakable will stand firm against the storm, or will Khamzat's relentless hunger carve a new chapter in MMA history? The answer waits in the darkness of the unknown, where legends rise and fall, where fate is decided in the brutal symphony of combat. The moment of truth arrives, and the air inside the arena is electric with anticipation. The crowd roars, a mix of cheers and chants shaking the very foundation of the venue as Khabib and Khamzat make their way to the octagon. Every step they take carries the weight of years of sacrifice, every movement calculated yet filled with an undeniable intensity. The world has speculated, debated, and predicted the outcome, but none of it matters now. Under the blinding lights, inside the steel cage, there is no past, no future, only the brutal present. The referee gives his final instructions, and in that brief, charged silence before the opening bell, two warriors lock eyes, each seeing in the other the only obstacle that stands between them and immortality. The fight explodes into action the moment the bell rings. Khamzat wastes no time, surging forward like a storm, unleashing a flurry of wild, relentless strikes, each one carrying the full force of his ambition. Khabib absorbs the onslaught with an almost eerie calm, his defense a wall of experience, his movements deliberate and precise. Every attempt Khamzat makes to overwhelm him is met with a counter, a calculated step backward, a subtle shift in balance that prevents disaster. But Khamzat refuses to relent. He knows that against a legend like Khabib, hesitation is death. His aggression is suffocating, his pressure overwhelming, forcing Khabib to engage in a battle of speed and power that few thought he would entertain. Then, in a moment that sends shockwaves through the crowd, Khamzat lands a clean, devastating uppercut. The impact is thunderous, Khabib's head snapping back as he stumbles for the first time in his career. Gasps ripple through the arena. This is uncharted territory. Khamzat pounces, sensing the rarest of opportunities, raining down a storm of strikes, each one fueled by years of waiting for this moment. But just as the end seems near, Khabib does what he has always done. He survives. With sheer will, he weathers the storm, clinches, and drags the fight into his domain. The crowd erupts as Khabib, blood trickling down his brow, secures a takedown with the precision of a master. The momentum shifts in an instant. Now, Khamzat is the one struggling, trapped under the relentless pressure of Khabib's suffocating control. Every attempt to escape is met with resistance, every breath a battle as Khabib begins to impose his legendary dominance. For the next round, the pattern repeats. Khamzat explodes with force, pushing forward with reckless aggression, but Khabib drags him back into the deep waters of grappling. The tension is unbearable. Every second feels like an eternity as two titans test each other's limits. Khamzat refuses to go quietly, managing to scramble back to his feet, landing vicious shots that shake the foundations of Khabib's defense. Yet, no matter how many times he breaks free, Khabib finds a way to pull him back into the depths. The battle is an ebb and flow of sheer determination, a war of attrition where neither man is willing to break. Then comes the fourth round, and something shifts. Khamzat, breathing heavily, his movements slightly slower, feels the weight of Khabib's pressure like never before. The years of dominating opponents with raw aggression have not prepared him for the relentless grind of a man who has built his career on drowning his adversaries in exhaustion. Khabib, sensing the change, presses forward with cold, methodical precision. He secures another takedown, transitions seamlessly, and suddenly, like a predator sinking its claws into prey, he locks in a submission, a rear naked choke, executed with the expertise of a man who has spent his life mastering the art of control. The crowd holds its breath as Khamzat struggles, his hands clawing at Khabib's grip, his face contorted in agony. For a moment, it seems as if he might escape, as if his sheer willpower will defy the inevitable. But then, his movements slow. His hands, once desperately grasping, now hang limply. And then it happens. The tap. The arena erupts in a deafening mix of disbelief and celebration as Khabib releases the hold, rising to his feet as Khamzat collapses onto the canvas, exhausted, defeated, yet unbroken. The fight is over, but the moment lingers. Khamzat, breathing heavily, stares up at the ceiling, his mind processing the reality of his first true test against an opponent he could not break. Khabib, battered but victorious, looks down at his fallen opponent, then does something unexpected. He extends his hand, offering Khamzat a gesture of respect. For a moment, there is hesitation, then Khamzat grasps it, pulling himself up. The crowd, once divided, unites in thunderous applause. This was not just a fight. It was a battle of eras, of will, of heart. As Khabib takes the microphone, The arena falls silent. He speaks with the calm authority of a man who has seen it all. He acknowledges Khamzat's spirit, his potential, his undeniable talent. "This man," he says, glancing at his opponent, "he is the future." The words hang in the air, their weight undeniable. Despite the loss, Khamzat's journey is far from over. This was not the end of his story, but the beginning of something even greater. Then, as Khabib turns to leave, an unexpected announcement stuns the world. With the microphone still in hand, he takes a deep breath and delivers the final twist. "This was my last fight." Gasps echo through the arena. The realization sinks in. Khabib Nurmagomedov has just announced his retirement. The undefeated champion, the legend, has chosen to walk away at the pinnacle of his career. He removes his gloves, placing them in the center of the octagon, a symbol of closure, of an era coming to an end. The cameras pan to Khamzat, his face still etched with the exhaustion of battle, but his eyes now hold something different. Determination. Understanding. The torch has not just been passed, it has been earned. As Khabib walks away, leaving behind a legacy that will never be forgotten, Khamzat stands tall, knowing that his time will come. The story ends, but its impact lingers. A night that began with questions and speculation has transformed into a defining moment in the history of the sport. Khabib leaves as a legend. Khamzat remains as a force to be reckoned with, and the world of MMA moves forward, forever changed by the battle that redefined the meaning of greatness.